YouTube people. How you guys doing? How you guys doing today? So today we're gonna be doing something a little bit different. Instead of going out of my way to make a tier list and just like post it for interactions or whatever, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do something different for interactions. I'm just gonna judge everyone else's lists. And the reason I'm gonna do that is because I don't care to make a tier list. Because my problems with the game are system born, and like changing characters, like every time you change characters you're gonna have to change more characters because someone's gonna be displeased with this character got this new tool, it's too strong, this character's not strong enough, this and that. We just go back and forth, right? We do this a lot. And so I'm not gonna make a list, I'm gonna judge everyone else's. We're gonna talk about there's been a lot of different lists. There's like people doing tier lists, there's some people doing like buff and nerf lists, and you know, there are some conversations to have. So yeah, I know that's my title says judging tier list and buff and nerf lists. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. So let's get started. So this is from Cloud805. It's my boy. Is a and like I said, you guys are gonna have to bring me some, like if you guys have other people's lists, because I only have two. I only have Clouds and Kasuga's right now. If you have others, link them in chat so I can put them on my third screen so I can like get a list going here. But yeah, so Cloud, as much respect as I have for him as a fighting game player, he has some very, very biased takes usually. He has a severe bias towards the characters that he loves to play or characters that he used to play, and so like out of the gates, like we see some very weird things. Things that stick out to me is like, okay, I wonder if we're gonna run into this a lot where people are putting hit S tier now. It's so funny because like this was not a thing. This was not a thing before finals. It just wasn't, right? There are two hit players that are a threat on the world tour scene, and like almost no one put this character this high before the finals. Now it's okay. No, this was actually before the finals, but like finals was decided, there were two hit players in it, and then you know, of course, we know Ikoan went on to win LCQ on top of it. Wade won LCQ. And so like this character has brought a lot of discourse, and so like, is he S tier? I don't know about that. I'm not sure. It depends on how large your S tier is. His is 11 characters, which is like a pretty alright size, I guess. I don't know, I tend to like granularize a little bit more. I kind of like my tiers to be a little bit smaller, or else it feels like you're kind of cheating. I don't know. Hit is like, I think, a character that gets put this high because also like there's a lot of inexperience, and like, you know, I love my my friends and my fellow community members in the United States, but like none of y'all know how to fight this shit properly. Like, let's just be honest, you guys just don't know how to fight it. And like, he's very good even if you do know how to fight it. He's a very season 4 character for sure. All that shit that people talk about, like people ripping EX moves and being really ignorant, yeah, he does that. He does do that. But like things that make me like kind of skeptical on whether I would put him S tier is like stuff like he can't special tag. He can't do that. Like that is something that like most characters in the higher tiers can do to some capacity. He cannot do that because he has no air special moves. That's like a big deal. Like he's missing an entire mechanic, right? So like, yeah, that stuff like that is like why I would bring it into question. I'm not saying like it's a horrible placing, but like it is interesting that with so little data, people are willing to put him this high, despite everything else, which is interesting. And also, I think it's rare that Cloud admits that Gohan is S tier. Usually he would do some crazy caveat statement like this isn't a character until X level or whatever, but actually I think Gohan is in the right place in this in this particular one, so I won't harp too bad on that. Ginyu is a character that you'll see a lot of people do stuff like this where they don't put him in a tier, and I actually think like it's half reasonable. Like it's like fine, because Ginyu is like a character. I think the way Ginyu is best played is not playing Ginyu, right? What's up, Senior? How you doing? The goal with Ginyu is to not play Ginyu, and so like that in and of itself like kind of tells you something. Now giving your opponent, you know, summonless Ginyu is always going to be a good strategy. It'll always be a good strategy. It's the worst character in the game. And so like, yeah, since his plan is to give up the character, it's like kind of hard to place him sometimes. I think Ginyu, I think you still can put him in a tier though. Like most people just don't. But yeah, like Ginyu, you'll see this a lot. You'll see this a lot during people's lists. Like people are too scared to put Ginyu in any particular place, which is like fine. It is what it is. And then we move to his A+ tier, which I have some issues about this. I don't know if this is ordered. Does anyone know if this is ordered? If this is ordered, then I definitely have some issues. Like baby being this high, like I don't know about that. Like, okay, so let me put it this way, right? So like the same issues that I have with Super Baby 2 being this high, it's like I feel like he would be using the same reasoning to justify some of the other characters being lower. This is Cloud's tier list, right? So like Baby, right? The issue with Baby is that he's really, really weak to meta right now because there's a lot of neutral skipping. There's a lot of stuff that goes through projectiles, right? Like a lot. Okay, but I imagine that like he would use the same logic to put Broly lower and put Kid Buu lower. But Baby has those same issues, right? He has the same issues, in some ways worse than other characters. So I don't really understand the reasoning for Baby this high. I definitely disagree with that. 17 is probably fine. Krillin is, I really don't like, I think Krillin's good, but I don't really value him that highly. Like I would put him down. I would probably put him down a tier. Like I think he's good, but like I think this is garlic bread bias coming in. Like, yeah, he's good, but like I don't think he's like that. Baby contribution is why he's that high, but he doesn't get to contribute that much because he gets spun on or he gets lariated on. Garlic is doing it to them. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I think this is a little biased. Majin is probably about where she should be. You're going to see a lot of people put this character a lot lower. I think they're just wrong, honestly. Yeah, so that's like fine. Base Vegeta, I would value much higher, probably. This character has a lot. The only thing about Base Vegeta that is difficult, I think, in this meta. But I think his tools in and of themselves are extremely strong. And so, like, it comes to question, like, when you talk about tier lists, are you talking about the character's strength and their tools? Or are you talking about, are you factoring in difficulty? Some people factor in difficulty, some people don't. I generally think that difficulty should not be a factor into tier lists because you should evaluate the character's tools, because someone's gonna do it, right? No matter how hard a character is, someone is going to do it, especially when we talk about like high level players, top level players. I don't think that's a preventative factor, and it never has been a preventative factor, right? Ever. It's never been something to stop people. So yeah, so Base Vegeta I would probably put higher. Tien I would probably put down in here, probably. I still like, man, Tien's weird. He's like, my issue with Tien is that it feels like he's trying to be a dedicated anchor in a game that doesn't really have dedicated anchors anymore. It's just like really not that type of game. And so like, if you go and you watch World Finals and you watch situations where Kane is solo Tien, it's like really hard to come back even still, because his neutral is really not that good. It's like really, really lacking. And so like, I think like a lot of people are trying to just throw Tien onto teams. I still think he's best mid, honestly. I mean, the character has a lot of good things about him. He has great damage. He has great mix-up. He has good checks to stuff. He has like guard point. guard point, and you know, he has command grabs as guard point on top of it. He has chop that as guard point. He can enter SD. Like, there's things that are good about the character. I just think people are trying to pigeonhole him too much into this is an anchor and I'm going to bring him in last no matter what. And so like, yeah, that's a little weird. It's a little weird. His neutral is also better than people talk about with TN. I disagree. I don't think it's just all right. I think he has no key blast game. I mean, he has a grounded key blast. His air key blast is horrible, and Dodon is really bad on whiff, like really bad. Other than that, he has to send it. Like, you have to like, yeah, it's not the worst neutral in the game, but like, I think he has to take big risks if he's not relying on an external mechanic like sparking being a thing, right? Every character has godlike neutral and sparking. I'm not too mad about that. Like, that's the mechanics problem though. That's not like TN being good. That's sparking being dog shit. But yeah, okay. So A tier. Nappa is fine. GT a little high, actually. GT a little higher than I would expect him to put. Cloud is a known down player, and I know he wants his character buff, so I'm surprised to even see him this high. GT to me is not proven yet, right? Like, I think the theory craft behind GT is cool. I've heard a lot of people talk about him. I've heard Shad talk about him, talk about this character, that character, right? I think the theory behind him is all right, but it's not proven yet. So I am a little skeptical on GT. I would need to see it executed, like even at like a decent level, because like we have not seen that. Like, this character is not played at any level right now. He's not picked. So like, I just don't have enough data. And so since I don't have enough data, I would probably put him a little lower, as there are other characters that are proven already up here, you know? Yeah. Jiren is S tier, psych. Nah, Jiren is probably about where he should be. I'm just ignoring ordering because I don't know if it is ordered or not. But yeah, Jiren being around here is fine. Broly is probably fine. Yeah. Broly's fine. Kefla's fine. Team Gohan, I actually think this character's probably a little higher. Maybe. It's a little hard. It's a little hard to play Gohan right now. But like, that's what I mean by like, do we factor in difficulty to a character's tools? I still think he's pretty good. If we take away difficulty from a thing, I think he's in A+ tier. I think if we're evaluating characters' tools in and of themselves, I think I'd put him in A+. Cell is fine. Videl is fine. Majin Buu, maybe? I mean, this is another character that we never have enough data with, ever. We never have enough data on this character. We know what he can do, but we don't know, we never see him do the things that he can do most of the time. Because he's just not, he's not represented. He's not represented. At like he's represented at like the tier right below top tier. Like, there are high level players that play Majin Buu, but none of them travel that much to world tour events, to like internationals, and it's only Europe. I think Europe's the only country playing this character right now. I don't think America is playing it. I don't think America's playing it. So yeah, it's a little weird. Roshi is too high. Roshi is too high. That being said, nerf 22H. Do not mistake me. I think Roshi's too high on this list, but 22H is like maybe the most nonsense move in the game. I think 22H might be like the most egregious EX move in the game. It might be. It's top 3, I think. So like, yeah. But they would never nerf that. I don't think they would ever nerf that. So Roshi 22H not better than Videl's. Oh, it's up there, bro. It's up there. It's up there. There's a conversation to be had. Her 22H is also nonsense. I agree. Only people that understand the game will like have that take though. But yeah, like I don't think his 22H justifies putting him this high. I think Videl is good even outside of 22H. But Roshi's like that move is super egregious. Like it demonstrates like both of the moves demonstrate a very poor design philosophy that they've had with this game, where they just take properties and they just put them on moves. Why is Videl's 22H invulnerable and plus on block? Right? And it's a movement option. It's a cross up. Why is it all those things at once? Doesn't make sense. Right? Why is Roshi's move an anti-air, a low crush, and it nukes you on hit? It's a frame. You get a solo combo. And you die from it too. Like it's not a tickle of a combo. You just die. Like I don't understand that. I don't really understand why they do things like that. And that's what like makes people like scared about them doing another patch, because they might just give more characters shit like that. They might think that's the problem. In my eyes, those moves will probably never be taken out of the game, because even though those moves are egregious, the characters are not represented. So it's like we're gonna be dealing with that until the end of the game's life, I think. Blue Vegeta. Sucks. I'm not hopping on this wave. I'm sorry. I don't think he's that good. I really don't. He's probably B tier. Too high, I think. S Broly is like probably fringe. Maybe. He's another character that I think isn't proven. Hater energy. It's not hater energy. He has a lot of flaws. And he's power crept on top of that. Like a lot of flaws. But yeah, Broly's a little different, because Broly is like a damage vomiter in a game where like damage is king. So like it's at least a conversation for him to be here. But like again, it's like who's representing S Broly? Like I don't know if I'm willing to accept that yet. Like it's just Kane. It's just Kane whenever he fucks around. He doesn't even like he doesn't even like he doesn't even main him. He just does it sometimes, you know. So yeah, weird. 16, I would actually say I'd put 16 a little higher. I think his support value is really through the roof. Yeah, I think 16 and Piccolo probably both go higher for me, support value. Piccolo will be bullshit if they nerf this. If they nerf this shit at the top, I hope you guys realize that if they nerf this shit, Piccolo will be like probably the tier under top tier, if not top tier. Like this character has always been capped. He's always been capped. Like always been capped. Always, never not been capped. Like it will be an issue. It will be an issue. Mark my words. Mark my words. So I think both of these guys are higher. SSJ Goku is yeah, I mean he's where he should be. He probably needs like one or two like changes. Not that bad. Bardock being here is fine. Kid Buu is too low. Kid Buu's an A tier. Base Goku can be there. I don't know about that actually. Base Goku, it's pretty hard for him to play in this meta, but I still think his tools are good. I would maybe put Base Goku a little higher, to be honest. UI maybe top of B tier, maybe. He might also be higher, to be honest. Cooler, Goku Black, those are fine. SSJ Vegeta, Frieza, Trunks, Yamcha. Oh, he didn't do Gotenks because it's bugged. Okay. Yeah, I mean like the bottom part of this is a little iffy. Like these should be higher. Kid Buu should be higher. Base Goku is like arguable, I think. Other than that, like this whole B tier is kind of iffy, but it is what it is. It is this. Most people's C tiers are gonna be like pretty similar. I actually think that like SSJ Vegeta is better than people give him credit for. I also think Frieza is better than people give him credit for. I think Frieza is better than Cooler. Just straight up. I actually think both of these characters are. I actually think both of these characters are better than Cooler, but that's a different conversation. I'll probably go over why at a later point, but I think people are underrating. Like, it's funny because like Frieza is only spoken about in one or two ways. Either people think he's like fucking godlike, Jeter, right? People think he's godlike, or complete dog shit. And I don't think he's either. I actually think his tools are like some really good tools that he has. You're not gonna lie, SSJ Vegeta is worst character in the game. This is not a debate. Disagree. I think he's better than Yamcha and Trunks for sure, without question. Like, I actually don't think it's close. I actually don't think it's close. He has strong EX. He has great neutral. He has special tag abuse. He doesn't get, like, those characters don't get that. Those characters do not get that. His support value is way higher. Like, honestly, I think much higher. Like, his assists are worse a little bit, sure. But like him on point, I think he's way better than Trunks and Yamcha. Yeah, definitely. Like, it's definitely. You just think he's so shit? Well, like, just look at the character's tools, man. It's okay for you to think he's bad, but like, think about what he brings to the table. He builds great meter, right? He has great corner carry. Like I said, he uses special tag pretty well. He has a good damage DHC. Like, all those things matter. All those things matter. LDP, right? So good. People have been getting smoked by that for 5 years. Like, shit is crazy out here. He does need help. I agree, but I don't think he's worse in the game. Definitely not. But yeah. So yeah, Cloudless is like, it's aight. It's aight. It could be better. It could be worse. There's some weird shit in the middle. Like, in the middle part is like pretty weird. Pretty weird. Definitely some bias shown. Like, Krillin being this high, I think, is only because Garlic Bread smokes them. Like, smokes the shit out of them. He be cooking them niggas, bro. Straight up. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. But yeah, okay. Moving on. This is the first one. Moving on to the next one. We have Kasuga, who I don't even think Kasuga did a full tier list. I don't think he did a full list. I think he just did this. But yeah, we still judging. We still judging. I think Kid Buu is too low. Yeah. I think Kid Buu's tools are great. He's just hard to play. Yeah, and I don't think difficulty is. I don't think difficulty takes away from a character's tools. I think he's still really strong at what he likes to do. I mean, also it's a Cloud list, so Cloud is gonna downplay Kid Buu because he wants him to be like broken Omega tier. You know what Cloud said to me the other day? They were talking about how you could go back and play season 1, and I was like, bro, season 1 was not a game. Like, that shit was nonsense. And he said, and I quote, "Take me back." And I was like, all right, bro, I already know where we're going with this. And then the first thing that he said after "Take me back" is, "Give me season 1 Kid Buu." So that tells you where his headspace is at when he talks about that character. So this is okay. So this one's from Kasuga. He didn't do a full list, but these are the characters that he says needs nerfed. And there's some things that are correct here and some things that are probably a little off kilter, a little bit. Hit wanting to be nerfed, like, is definitely a Kasuga thing. My man hates Hit. He despise, like, I've never seen someone hate Hit more than Kasuga. He despises this character. And so, like, the thing that we need to talk about here is, once again, right, it comes down to the system, right? Are these characters egregious because of what the system allows them to do, or is it the character's tools in and of themselves that make them bad? Hit is a character that I think, right, he is just a season 4 character, right? Like, he is just playing the game the way that it is, right? The game is EXs. The game is invulnerabilities. Hit just does that, right? That's what the other characters do too, by the way. Like, these characters also do that, right? They also do it. And so, like, for them to nerf this, right? For them to nerf those characters, it would require like a system level change, I think. That's my take on this. Will they change the system? I don't know. I don't know if they will or not. Talk about hit as if he's Mickey as the fusions. I mean, he's silly. Like what hit can do to you is silly. Like don't mistake me, right? Is it silly that hit can 4-frame you all over the place? He can cancel out of his stance and all that shit with invulnerability. Like, yeah, it's pretty silly. But, right, we're playing a silly ass game. We're playing a silly ass game. Well, you guys are. I'm not playing that shit. But y'all are playing a silly ass game. You have to hold that. You have to hold that. I actually think him corpse hopping is cool. I think him corpse hopping is cool. I wish more characters could do it. Do I take issue with dudes saying characters needing nerf just because they're top tier? It depends on yes, like to me, if you want a character nerfed or a character buffed, there should be something specific you have in mind and a reason or a problem that needs to be addressed, right? A character being good is not a crime, right? There'll always be top tiers in the game. If you just nerf characters because they're top tier, we get to a place where like no one's ever satisfied with any character because something has to be the best, right? That in and of itself like brings up an issue. So like, yeah, some of this list is that for sure, but like obviously no one's gonna argue with this top 4. Zam needing nerfs. I mean, there are things you can nerf about Zam without destroying his game plan. But no one that is asked for Zam to be nerfed has actually addressed the one thing that I think would be valid when talking about does the character need nerfed, right? To me, if you're asking for Zam to be nerfed, it should be on the virtue that he can do things that no other character can do, right? But no one says that. No one says that. They say things just like he's annoying and shit. It's like being annoying is not a crime. Like that is not a DR Todd to me is not like is it silly? Is it silly that he can Todd off a DR? Sure. But that's a problem with the game's damage being too high overall. I think the game's damage is just far too high. And so like if you nerf the damage of the game as a whole, then like he doesn't kill you off of DR. It's like fine. So yeah. Yeah. Maybe the one thing that I could see, like 2H is an overloaded move for sure. It does too many things at once. And then like other than that, like perhaps like you could adjust the way dash works, flight dash, but like I don't think it's like urgent to the point. Like I don't know. I do think like 8-frame 5M, like no one should have that shit, but here we are. Like what are we supposed to do, right? What am I supposed to do about this? Janemba I just disagree with probably. Like Janemba is probably the best balanced top tier at the moment, so I think you could leave him alone. I don't think there's like anything in particular that Janemba needs attacked. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think there's anything in particular that Janemba needs attacked, so I would probably disagree with that. Beerus, yeah. I really just DP probably. That shit's really cap. EX slash recovery 2L 0 frames. It's still balanced. It's fine on Janemba. It's just DP, I think, on Beerus. Everything else with him fine. I'm fine with him having mix. I'm fine with him doing orb shit. Like that shit is susceptible to bitch mouth, right? He's susceptible to neutral skips. His buttons in the mid range are like not that good. I think he has clear weaknesses. 18 I only agree with on virtue that if they're gonna nerf level 3 Oki out of the game, she should not still have hers. Now, do I think that's the wrong way for balancing the game? Absolutely. They should give more characters level 3 Oki. They should not take it away, but if they're gonna take it away from everyone, hers needs to go too. Just doesn't make sense, right? Because hers is actually like kind of overloaded on top of it. Like people were mad about Majin. People were mad about Majin's level 3, but hers is the same mix-up, but it also happy birthdays and it also pulls out a corner. So like if you have a problem with Majin 21's Oki, you should also have a problem with 18's Oki, I think. And I think that's like fair to say, right? That being said, I would love for characters to get their level 3 Oki back, and you can leave hers alone if so, because this is another character with clear weaknesses. 18 has clear weaknesses, so I'm not too mad about that. Gohan is cap. Gohan and nerf. No, I actually agree. The only reason I agree is because so what people say about Gohan is that the trade-off, right, is that you have to spend meter to enable him, right? My counterpoint to that is that weakness does not exist anymore, right? The weakness of, like, yeah, you have to spend meter, but the real weakness of Gohan before was that he had to do it himself, right? He had to do it himself. It's hard for him to play neutral before he reaches those levels. He doesn't have to do that anymore. Another character can win neutral and build all the meter for him, and then he comes in as a super character, right? That's the problem. That's the problem with Gohan. And for that to be the case, right, level 7 is not a fighting game character. It is not a fighting game character, right? It is not a fighting game character. Being able to cancel specials into specials is a rule breaker. That is not a thing that, like, any other character can do. Like, that is, like, insane. That is insane. So, like, if that is the reason that he has him at nerf, then I agree. But yeah. Yeah, that shit is crazy. That shit is nuts. If you could, there's like some specific things you could do to Gohan to make him less crazy though. Like if they just made it so you couldn't do special cancels on block, would change a lot for a lot of people, I think. But yeah. Yeah, I think like special tag, honestly, I think special tag needs nerfed. And I think if you nerf special tag, then like both of these two like get worse in and of themselves, but that's me. Blueku. The only issue I have with Blueku is dive kick has not enough recovery probably. What can they actually nerf from Gohan himself? They could give him some recovery on 2S and stuff like that, or JS. Yeah. I think that'd be fine. I think that doesn't kill the character either. An overall damage nerf to the game would also like be helpful to addressing some of these characters. EX shoulder tackle is BS from Blueku. It's not as bad as dive kick. It's not as bad as dive kick. Trust me when I say that. It's not as bad as dive kick. Trust me on that one. You're gonna have to trust me. You're gonna have to trust me on that one. It's just dive kick from this character that I think is an issue. Everything else is fine. So yeah. But yeah, keep sending me lists, by the way, guys. If you guys have other people's lists and stuff. Okay. This one is from NickVee. Okay. To be fair, Gohan is acknowledged to be played optimally as a mid before. Some points could still enable him. Yes, but that limited your team building, right? Like you Gohan players are not gonna get one over on me, all right? You're not gonna get one over on me. I know how this works, right? Before Gohan, right, you had to pick specific characters to enable that. It's not like that anymore. You can play anything with Gohan. And the same thing happens in every comp. He doesn't have to play the game to become a super character. He like just doesn't, which is like, that's the issue. That's like the issue, right? Okay, NickVee. He has, oh, he went really specific on this actually. Nerf recovery frames on normals and make 214x a DP. What? He wants the buff spin? He wants spin to be full invul instead of air invul? Does he just mean damage scaling? But like, I mean, that's not that is I don't know if that's a world you want to be in, to be honest. That means he can't call assist on spin and punishable by 2H on vanish. Wait, what? What are you guys talking about? No. This is not a good change. I don't think this is not a good change. Just make it punishable, right? Like, why are we going like this roundabout way? Just make it like -10, right? Just make it like -10. And that fixes a lot of the issue in and of itself. It does have too many properties on it. It does have too many properties on it, but like, you start by just making it unsafe on block. That shit's like -4. That's like, yeah. Nerf recovery frames on normals. She is too safe. -4 on everything is very lazy. I can at least agree with that. There's a lot of things that lab coat needs changed though, I think. But it's like one of those things where the extent of which I would want her change is dependent on if the system is going to change, which I don't think it will. In which case, like, there are also other things like her debuff grab not having recovery is like a thing. That's pretty silly. Lariat spin should probably be even more minus than it is now. Barrier, you could probably slow down. That changes a lot. If barrier was like an 8-frame startup instead of a 4-frame startup, that would change a lot about the character, because playing the RPS between is she gonna barrier on the way down or spin on the way down is really capped to deal with. No one wants to deal with that. That shit is silly. So they would have to nerf 18s as well. No, they wouldn't. 18 does not put you in the same situation as lab coat does. I'm sorry, she does not. Is her barrier cap as well? Sure, but you don't play the same level of RPS with 18. You don't. The problem with lab coat is if you're trying to attack her landing, playing the RPS between barrier or spin both result in death if you're wrong. That's the issue. Both result in death if you're wrong. That's the issue. And you can do like barrier into barrier and shit too. Like, that shit is silly. That shit is silly. At best, like, 18 supers you. If you hit barrier, you hit her airborne. Well, some cases she's able to like hit you with a button on the way down, but that's not nearly like taking a jump in starter versus taking the spin starter is like night and day, I think. But yeah, nerf recovery frames on specials. Okay, I assume he's talking about DP on Beerus. What other special would need recovery frames nerfed done? Does he think 236 series should not be plus? Maybe. He also has a lariat that a lot of people don't talk about, but I don't know if I'm like, I don't know if I hate it as much. I don't know. It's kind of weird. The hitbox is pretty large. I don't know how I feel about that one. Yeah, I mean, Gogeta 4 makes sense. Hit makes sense here. Not everything though. Honestly, like, if you're changing hit, I think like, yeah, I mean, the problem is, right, these three, this character, like, to nerf him, right, you have to make him not a season 4 character anymore. In which case is like a little unfair, because if you're making everyone else season 4 characters and you're nerfing him for being a season 4 character, then that's like pretty silly. But that's why I'm saying, like, you need to change the system. Nerf damage. I think this tier doesn't exist. This tier doesn't exist. They should just nerf the damage of the game as a whole. I don't think this tier needs to exist. It doesn't need to be a DP, but you think making it unsafe or remove the ability to call assists off of it would be good? No, no. I actually disagree with M3D. Make it punishable on block. So lab coat, right? Make anti-air spin, like I said, like -10. Right? Remove a property from it. So remove the key blast invulnerability, or remove the low crush, or remove the anti-air. One of the three. But like, characters being able to call assists on specials, like, that is the game, right? That is the game. So like if you're gonna take that away from her, there is a whole lot of other characters that also need that taking away from them, right? Just straight up. But yeah, nerf assists. Vegito, sure. Janemba, really? Really? This is an interesting take. I actually disagree. I disagree. I think you leave Janemba's assist alone, and you could nerf 17 assist. Why is 17 not in this tier, but Janemba is? I think that's silly. I think that's pretty silly. Okay. Buff assist, slightly nerf damage. No, what the fuck? Blueku nerf Blueku buff assist? Hell no. What the fuck? You're crazy. You're you're insane. You're you're insane. You're insane. Do you guys know what Blueku 8 does to you, bro? Look at the Do you know what that shit does to you? Hell no. What the fuck? Nah. Buff assist. Yeah, so he's on the NickVee is on the barrier sucks train, so I'm not surprised to see that here. Yeah, that's not surprising. But nerf that, like I said, damage nerfs to me is like not negligible, because I think the damage of the game is just too high altogether, right? Is there anyone that disagrees with that, by the way? Is there anyone in chat that feels like the damage of the game is fine overall? I actually think it's pretty egregious right now, but I think part of that is because of the way EX moves are. You think Gohan level 5 and level 7 belong in nerf damage tier? If you nerf damage universally, you'd still probably have a... It's okay for him to have... So like the thing is, right? Gohan having high damage is fine. Right? Characters having high damage... Like, Blue Gogeta having high damage is fine. The problem is that it's too high given how much damage is in the game. The damage in the game is already really high, and they have like absurd damage. Like absurd damage, right? They can still have the most after the nerfs, right? But like I think overall damage needs to go down. Like damage needs to go down overall. It's okay for them to have the most though. I think that's totally fine. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Damage is definitely too high, right? I agree. It's a two-touch game in the worst way possible. Yeah, like the quality of those touches matter, right? This is a nuanced discussion. You think damage is fine for the most part? Yeah, I mean, I just disagree, but that's okay. That's okay that you feel that way. I'm not mad at that. Fine. What is this fine tier? Really? Really? TN 16 Cell. I think Blue Vegeta probably needs a little help. Base Vegeta. Base Vegeta is probably fine. 17 I think is in the nerf assist here. Jiren. I don't know how I would change Jiren. If I would change him at all. I think it's okay for Jiren to just be alright. To be honest. With how the game is. Is it crazy to say UI can get a buff? If it's a buff, it's just a small one. Just a small one. UI can actually still do stuff this season. But the team building around UI is pretty limited. That's like the issue, right? Jiren and UI are both in the same vein, right? Where their team building is very limited. Like they almost have to run 17 to make them viable, honestly. So like if you gave them some small changes to make them more flexible and fit on more team comps, I think that would be fine. Like if UI had special tag DR, that would help a lot. And like maybe give him a 5H rejump and then like be fine. SSJ Goku needs like one change. I think he should probably be he needs like one change. Be fine. Base Goku. Okay, cooler. Really cooler in fine tier. Interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Majin Buu, Teen Gohan, Piccolo. First placement of Piccolo we've seen, that's correct. Don't buff this character, bro. I beg of you. Do not. Do not. Do not buff Piccolo, please. UI gives DR off of J2 through 6M, but you can't do it at the end of long combos. If it was like the other special taggers, because like, right, a lot of characters have special tag DR, but they don't have special tag DR at max hit stun decay. That's the issue, right? What Blue Gogeta does to you, no matter what combo, he always gets it, right? Right, he always gets it. UI doesn't always get it because the startup of 236M will make them fall out at the end of long combos. So if he got that at every combo, that would help his support value a lot. Especially if you're gonna nerf his assist, right? Like they could bring his assist back. I don't know if people would be okay with that, but like. The problem with bringing back UI's assist is that it is adding more invul assist to the game, where I think a lot of the problem with the game is based on the like invulnerable assist level or being able to mash assist at a block stun. But then again, you could change out the system change. There's a yeah, you could change out the system change, right? But will they? Probably not. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, Krillin can stay as is. It's fine. Majin Buu, he's like close to fine. I don't know if I would have him exactly in this tier. Teen Gohan, I think Teen Gohan will be played way more once the top 4 gets toned down. I think a lot of Teen Gohan's issues come from the fact that it's difficult to play him in this meta, and also the strongest characters in the game occupy his slot, right? That's like a big deal. Like, he wants to be played point, and like the points being played in the game right now are far more egregious than he is. So I think once you tone them down, you might see him a lot more on that alone. Less recovery frames after hitting level 3. Definitely agree on Majin. GT though, he wants to give GT like level 3 Oki. Has he ever had that? Had GT ever had that? I don't think he's ever had that. No, he's not talking about Genki Dama, I don't think. No, because giving him less recovery frames on Genki Dama doesn't actually give him Oki, because for those of you who don't know, if you hit someone with Genki Dama right now, they don't get hard knockdown. They actually are able to tech. So it's not that would not help his Oki. Because they're not forced to tech. So like you could give him regular level 3 Oki. That'll probably be alright. But really just like give his assist back, right? I think that'd be fine. Buff frame data on all normals. Are you smoking crack? What? Who? What? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. Slow down, sir. What the fuck is this? Kefla? Kid Buu? Bardock? On normals? No. No, absolutely not. You're crazy. You're done. You're crazy. Broly, I could at least kind of understand where he's coming from. I don't think he needs a frame data buff, but he's probably saying that the 2M nerf was unneeded. I think is what he's trying to say. Is that he doesn't like the fact that they nerfed his 2M, which is like, okay, sure. Sure, but bro, what? You could do that for Goku Black and be fine. Yamcha, I don't know if Yamcha's frame data... Is Yamcha's frame data the problem? I don't think it is. Is it? Actually, Yamcha, you know what? Here's my take, guys. Let me know if you agree with this. Yamcha should actually be in this tier. Yamcha should be in this tier. Can you guys see where I'm putting him? Right here. Yamcha should be in this tier. You know Yamcha's level 3 is plus 11? You guys know that? Make it plus 40. Why not? He doesn't even have a low 2L. I think that's totally fine. Yeah, absolutely. I think he should, and it's low damage level 3 on top of that. I think he should definitely have good level 3 Oki. But yeah. That's weird. S Broly, do you guys want grapplers to have, like, okay, so I'm actually okay with grapplers being good in fighting games, but honestly, as of late, people have been showing that they hate grapplers no matter what. Do we want grapplers to have like bonkers frame data? Like, were you guys okay with pre-nerf Broly? Like pre-nerf Z Broly, like where everything was -2 and then the armor on top, and then you also had to guess on grab? Like, I don't know, like, what? I don't know. I don't know if that's what you want. Not from this character, because this character nukes you, right? This character super nukes you. Is that a hot take? S Broly has flaws, but his design philosophy is that his damage is so high that you can almost justify any of his flaws, because like he just kills you on every hit. S Broly doesn't have a single safe normal though. He doesn't need one. He doesn't need one. That's actually a good thing. Let me explain why. I'm glad you said that. Let me explain why, right? The way that Dragon Ball FighterZ pressure is structured, right? You can have buttons that are completely unsafe on block all the time, but because of the way that cancel windows work in the game, you can't press on it. You still can't press on him, right? You can say, oh, he has a -8 button, but if you press on him, you're taking a gigantic risk. You die if you are incorrect. If he does stagger button, you're dead, right? You're absolutely dead. No question against this character, right? And so the only thing that having bad frame data counts for in this game is you're weak to reversals, right? You're weak to DPs, you're weak to level 3s. Those are like the two things that matter most for having bad frame data. I.e., right? Who's mashing on Blue Gogeta? How many of y'all are mashing on Blue Gogeta? He also has bad frame data. How many of you are mashing on him? You're not. You died. Like you actually died, right? But he is weak to guard cancel, and he's weak to reversals, right? That's a good balancing philosophy, though. I think that's fine. I think that's fine for them to be weak to those things. It's fine. But I don't think you need to like make him have crazy ass frame data. Like letting a grappler have just a straight up safe on block button is crazy in and of itself. Just like he just gets to press that can be staggered, that can be a pressure resetter, and it's just gonna get out of hand. It's just gonna get out of hand, I think. So like, yeah, I think him having the frame data that he does is like fine. One hit of armor is fine, yeah. But yeah, I think S Broly, the way his advantage works is like fine, actually. I think it's better that it's that way, especially given the damage the character does. If you give him safe on block buttons, now you're ultra guessing, because you can't even rely on guard cancel. You can't even rely on DPs or anything like that anymore. And like I said, this character on every hit will kill you. He will kill you on every hit. His Tooth of Success is stupid too. It's not, I mean, like it's good. It's not, no, like, you don't have to nerf it or anything like that. Like yeah, you crazy. There's a lot to go over. I'm sorry, Callie. There's a lot of shit I had issues with, man. It'd be like that. Frame data is not the problem on SHA Vegeta. It's really just like, in terms of his buttons, is that it's just range, right? It's just range. It's not advantage. That's the issue. It's just range. You know, they buffed the range of a lot of characters' buttons, and so he still feels pretty stubby. He still is like pretty stubby, so like that's really the only problem, I think. So I'll probably disagree, because it's not frame data that's the issue. Hell no, don't get, bro, Ginyu is a character that takes your character. Do not buff Ginyu. Ginyu is really good right now. You don't need to buff Ginyu in any way, especially given that he's a character that takes your character. You don't have to buff him. Give a low 2L and side switch level 3. The level 3 thing is fine. Make him less meter hungry. That would be a big deal. Really though, I don't even think a low 2L is what he needs. I think he needs to be able to hit confirm his shit in neutral is the bigger issue. I don't think he needs a low 2L to do what he needs to do. Just give him the remove flip recovery. Nah, I don't think so. I think you give him like kind of the Blue Gogeta thing where he can always get SKD no matter what. That would help him a lot. Yeah. You don't even need to buff the hit stun. You can just buff the hit stop. And then it's fine. Meterless SKT doesn't matter because his SKDs put them full screen like every time. Then change that. I mean, that's not an issue. Buff damage. This is cute. This is cute. This is cute. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. don't do that. Faulty was talking about making EX slash allowing for active tag DR. Nah. Well, first of all, that's irrelevant. That would be irrelevant pretty much because Frieza, that means you have to end your combo and EX slash on the ground, right? That doesn't happen. Frieza's combos never end grounded. Almost never. Right? Like that's not the issue. The issue with Frieza is that he's really bad in the air. Vegeta's been fucking with Trunks. Maybe, but like honestly, you just attack the game. You just buff the game plan first, and then you worry about the other stuff later. Baby's damage is already really high. I don't know why he thinks Baby needs a damage buff. Pretty weird. And he also builds bonkers meter. I don't know why he thinks that way. Gotenks is just asking for bug fixes. Okay, it's actually I think more than that. I think you need to give him Ghost Toki back. But yeah. Roshi, let him float. Give him float, please. Weird list, man. Weird list. Who is next? Someone said they had Zane's list. Keep hitting me with links, guys. I don't have a list of shit. Yes, sir, I got it. That. Thank you, Callie, with the tier 1. Appreciate you, brother. 26 months. God, yeah, damn. It's a long time. Does someone have Zane's list? I don't want to browse Twitter because Twitter is cap. Okay. With a new patch announced, decided to make one of these. You thought it'd be fun, and before anyone asked, yes, you almost put Beerus and A Gohan in slight nerf. Okay. All right. Kill? I disagree already. I disagree already. Why do people want characters killed? Can we talk about this? Do you want any character in a game to be unplayable? Cuz like I feel like most people when they complain about characters in this game, they're like, "Oh, the lower characters need help." They need help, right? You're going to create more characters that needs help if you kill the character, right? Like I don't really get that. I don't really understand that. But yeah, do they need nerfed? Sure. Absolutely. But like kill? Nah, bro. That's just you being calloused. That's really you just being callous, I think. So I disagree with that. Slight nerf, okay. What do people want nerfed on Janemba? What do people want nerfed on Janemba? Why do I keep seeing this? What do people want nerfed on him? Slash? Guys. Guys. Is that not a system issue? Is that not a system issue? Don't we want EX moves nerfed across the board? Is there anyone that doesn't want EX moves nerfed across the board? Is there anyone that are like, no, EX moves are actually exactly where they need to be? Anyone? They should be buffed? Yeah, okay. I will never look at this game again. Oh, I will quit right now. I will quit running tournaments for this shit immediately. Okay. Slightly nerf 18. Probably just barrier stuff, right? That's what I would guess he has a problem with. Sure. Dive kick. Is another like EX moves just need fixed across the board. Do you guys have as much a problem with hit assist as you do Vegito in 17? The grab with his normals and his neutral are way too good. I actually disagree. I think Janemba's neutral is exactly where it needs to be. I think this is the fairest top tier. Because he is designed as a reactive character. He's really bad at taking initiative. He has to commit in order to hit you. Right? A big commitment in a lot of ways. He has to play reactive. He can't do much against a lot of characters. He just has to wait. He has to wait and try to react to something. I think that balanced philosophy is like fine. Hit isn't played enough for people to say yes. Pretty funny. This is garlic bread. This is garlic bread. Rocks are cap. Rocks are cap, but rocks still have trade-offs. Where there's a lot of assists in the game that don't have trade-offs. Rock's like a top 5 assist, but like, I don't think you need to nerf it. It's low block stun, like fine, probably. I think garlic is just doing it to them. Stay same? Hell no. 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 This is fine. No. Fine. 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 I think you make his Ki Blast safer again, honestly. I think you make Broly's Ki Blast better. I don't know why they nerfed 5S in particular. I think you make his Ki Blast better again, especially in a game where Ki Blasts have a lot of skips. Gohan, like I said, I think he'll be picked once top 4 is nerfed, so I think he's pretty fine. He needs like one change. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Majin Buu, probably fine. Nappa's cool. Piccolo, fucking character. Baby. I think Baby will go up once this shit is nerfed too. Is there anything that I think Baby needs? Probably not. Well, how slow is Baby's low right now? I don't think you need to make it like a fast low, but maybe a little faster. How fast is Baby low? 11 frames. Oh yeah. The bug with his assists, I would like that fixed for sure. 11. Nah, you probably leave it the same then. You can maybe make it 10 frames, but I don't think this character needs a fast low, to be honest. Tien, fine. Base Vegeta, okay. Nerf 22H. Don't leave that bitch the same, please. Slight buff, no. Nerf 22H. You can buff him in other avenues though, but definitely touch 22H. If anything, assist. The only thing that I would say, if I were to buff S Broly in any way, the only thing that I would buff is make his Ki Blast a little bit better. In terms of speed. That's pretty much it though. I don't think he really needs anything else. Yeah, you can buff that. That's fine. You can buff this. It's fine. Buff. That's fine. Buff. That's fine. Base Goku might get out of control if you start giving him buffs. Just saying. Just putting that out there. Cooler. might get a little out of control if you start buffing base too, man. Save them. I mean, Gotenks bug fixes, he's playable, but do buff Gosoki again. Absolutely. It's fucking nonsense that they nerf Oki in games like this. Complete nonsense. Like literally them telling you, we want you to scramble. Like level 3s and consistent Oki, like all it does is add consistency to the game. You should want your game to be consistent. You shouldn't want it to feel volatile, right? No game can be absolutely consistent, but bro, like you're taking something out of the game that literally just made the game more consistent. That's it. It's like pretty silly. Make cooler J2H mix universal. I don't even think you need to do that. You could make like his low faster and make his hit stun higher so he can actually use it at the end of combos and stuff too. I don't know. There's a lot of things you can do. Trunks, okay, sure. I actually think this character only needs a slight buff. I don't think he needs like saving like that, but it is what it is. You're gonna buff Frieza, you're gonna hate fighting it. Just saying. Just saying. Yamcha, I mean like EX is level 3, like it's like a lot of things you could probably change on him, but level 3 would definitely be like my #1 buff for him. But they really took it away from Yamcha and gave it to everyone else. Like, oh, you can just have safe EXs. Like, would you give Bardock his level 3 back? You can. You can. I mean, that's fine. I think that's not the first thing that comes to mind though. It's probably like the second or third thing. The first thing that comes to mind is like EX Lariat not being able to combo solo is pretty silly. Given the state of EXs in the game. Of course, that's going the wrong way. If they want to nerf EXs across the board, I will not complain. I really will not complain. I hope you guys understand me when I say if they decide to just nerf all EXs, I'm fine with that, right? Especially if they put meter penalty back in the game. But yeah, him not getting a combo solo, having to spend an extra bar to even confirm in most cases is like an issue. But yeah, level 3 would make him like a better support character. You could probably revert B assist. Like, I mean, I don't think that assist was like nerf worthy in the first place. But yeah, there's like a lot of things you could do. Will they do them? Don't know. I don't know if they'll do that. But yeah, not a horrible list from Zane, but like, you really think Beerus should stay the same? That's bias, brother. I know he said he was on the fence, right? These two I think definitely need adjustments, like for sure. Also 17. But yeah. All right, what's next? Callius is next. A Gohan is fine. No, he's not. He's not a video game character, brother. He's not a video game character. Please don't say things like that. That shit is not okay. Shit is not okay. Him having to level up does not justify being a complete egregious rule breaker that has its own physics system. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, from Mr. Mac. I'm definitely running an ad before this, by the way. It has to be done. Okay, needs major nerfs. Sure. Okay. Slight nerfs. 18 Vegito. Zam. And the Gogetas. What are we classifying as major and minor? Where do you draw the line, Callie? I know you're in chat. Problem with 17's assist. Yeah, I would actually be fine with them making 17 worse as a support, but better on point. Is what I would want for them to change on the character. $17 on point is tolerable. Yeah, it's just alright. I think it could be a little better though. 1 or 2 changes to the character. Is slight or major? Well, I assume slight. Okay. 18 is like, man, once again, right? System wise, it's like, should she be able to press barrier in like 95% of situations to be safe? Probably not. Is that the design philosophy of Dragon Ball FighterZ though? It kind of is. So I don't know. I would need a system change for that. Assist. Pretty much everyone wants Vegito A nerfed at this point. So like I'm not gonna argue about that. I actually saw some takes that said like his EXs should be the way that they are. It was an INZEM take though, so you know, take that with a grain of salt. 18 barrier is safe on whiff. There's no whiffing barrier, bro. That shit is just there. What do you mean? That shit is there. Damn. Yeah, only thing I would change about Zam is like 5M. Probably. Nothing too egregious on him, honestly. This honestly, like, what's the 1 or 2 changes you think would make Gogeta in line? He might need more than 2, honestly. I'm not sure. Cause like things that come to mind is like hit stun decay on his specials and combo, 2H, and 5L. Those are like 3 things that come to mind. I also think 214S probably should not be safe, but not a lot of people talk about that. I don't know. I was talking about Zam. I was talking about Zam before, but now I'm talking about this character. Slight nerfs, Gogeta. Yeah, I mean, like, just change EXs, man. This shit is... I think Gogeta was in a perfect place before 3.5. Not a lot of people remember that time period because it wasn't that long. But before the 3.5 patch, I actually think this character was, like, pretty much in the perfect space. I do have an issue with the character in and of itself having an insta-kill, because I don't think insta-kills really have a place in fighting games, personally. But, like, I think before the 3.5 buff, he was fine. And then they broke him whenever they did 3.5. Which was like, come on, bro. What are we doing here? Like, his 2L should not be 0. Like, what the fuck? What is that? That doesn't make any sense. You're giving the character with a command grab, 2 air dashes. He has the 3H shit in and of itself. Like, why are you giving that character 0 on block buttons? That doesn't make any sense. He has a plus on block button too, like a plus on block special. Like, what? It's really smoking crack out here. Nerf assist. I don't know about hit. I don't know if I agree with hit nerfing the assist. I do agree that it's like borderline one of the assists that kind of does everything, because it's offense, defense, and neutral. On that virtue, I could see where you're coming from. But I think some would argue, since hit is not as malleable as a character, as in like team building around him is pretty limited, that it's okay. Whereas like 17 is much more flexible. Like, you could throw a 17 on any team, and I think it makes just about every team better. Like, literally. You think defensive assists as a whole need to be nerfed? Okay, that's a system change then. Okay, I could get behind that. I could get behind that. I can get behind that at a system level. But I think if they're not changing the system, like, I think you could leave hit and be fine. But 17, I think, is the great enabler. Like, 17 and Vegito are the great enablers. Characters that should not be doing crazy ass shit should not, like, they just get so enabled by these assists, bro. This shit is nuts. This shit is crazy, bro. What about 236HH? Which one is that? It's this shit? Is that barrier from 17? That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so like, now I actually wanted to talk to you about this. So the bug tier, right? Gotenks I agree with. I do not think that Nappa's is a bug. Now, that being said, do I think it would be okay for them to change the Cyberman plant issue? Sure. But I don't think it's a bug, because it's in the patch notes whenever it got changed. It literally is in the patch notes. So I don't know if it's a bug. I don't think it's a bug. Yeah, no, that's in the patch notes. Like, I can show you. Nappa is here. Cyberman heavy. Holding backward input now extends the recovery of the attack. So, like, that's in the patch notes. Right? That's not a bug. Is it okay for him to want it changed? Absolutely. But it's not a bug. I respect it, though. I respect... What's Blue Vegeta's bug even now? Does he still have the same bug from the beginning of the game? What's the bug on this character? Free super? I thought that was gone. I thought they took it out. You can't cancel key blast on hit or block into 2H. Isn't that old? I thought they changed that. Is that still the case? If that's still the case, then sure, fix it. But I thought they changed that. He only canceled to level 3. Yeah, but he also has whiff cancel on Big Bang and I don't know, bro. Like, but I do agree with like characters never feel good when they're bugged. So like, yeah. Yeah, instead of okay, now I do remember. Instead of fixing the actual bug, I remember talking about this. Instead of fixing the bug, Bandai was like, we don't want to admit that we're wrong, and so we'll give him whiff cancels instead. Just fix the bug. Just fix the bug, bro. They want to dodge responsibility so much. What's wrong with these people, man? Fine as is. Okay. Okay. Probably a little bit of a disagree on Blue Goku. Janemba's fine. Tien's fine. Jiren's fine. This shit is not okay. Ginyu's fine. Beer's DP I think needs touched. 16 is fine. Cell is fine. Majin's fine. I would love for them to give her level 3 back, but it is what it is. Base Vegeta's fine. Buff or nerf 22H. What the fuck? Hell no. I don't care what Videl players say to me. This shit is not okay. Get rid of that shit. The fuck? Nah. Kefla still needs a key blast. No, the fuck he doesn't. No, he does not. No, he does not. Cat hoed you? Yeah, see, like, listen, Callie. Listen, man. I've been doing this for a long time. Chat is gonna cap, all right? They're gonna do it, right? You have to check them. There's no way you look at Videl 22H and be like, no, this is fine. Hell no. The fuck? You could 2H off key blasts versus SD. So they did fix it. You're canceling key blast into 2H. Check 2S, yeah, check 2S. But yeah, Videl definitely take that shit out. What the fuck? Kefla is fine. Kefla's fine. UI probably needs some help. Everyone should have a broken move like Videl 22H. You're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way, guys. The problem with the game right now is these ignorant ass moves. Why would you want more characters to have ignorant ass moves like this? Why? You're going the wrong direction. That's what they did on the last patch, and look where you ended up. Look where you ended up. Remember when they did 3.5 and people were like, yo, like, bro, these characters are broken. I wish more characters had shit like that. And then they doubled down in season 4, and now we're playing this dog shit patch. Remember that? You're the cause for this. What are you asking for? No. 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 Take it away from characters that have it. Balance it that way. This is insane. What are we talking about? Okay. I think UI you could probably slightly buff and be fine. Slight buffs quality of life. It's Vegeta, okay. Yamcha I think he needs probably more than slight. Probably. Frieza, Goku Black, Kid Buu. What are you gonna buff on Kid Buu, man? I think this character is still really good. Well, I would give him back Happy Birthday. I would give him back his damage on supers. That's like the change I would do. Why did they take his super damage? That doesn't make sense. I think you give him his super damage back. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you nerf the top 4, then Kid Buu is able to wiggle a lot more. Yamcha just needs his EX back. I think Yamcha, the 2 changes that make Yamcha like quite strong is like if you revert his EX, that's like fine, but I still want most EXs in this game nerfed. But give him a level 3. Give him a level 3 that's like plus 40. Give him like a plus 40 level 3. Promise you people will pick that shit. Kid Buu does hella damage right now. That's, I mean, that's not, I was talking about his supers, but I think their super nerfs were pretty silly. Since you have to 2H the SD early in their SD to 2H, it's not that it's bugged. Okay, so I guess the jury's out on blue Vegeta. I have no fucking clue. I have no fucking clue if this character is actually bugged or not. If he's bugged, then fix it. If he's not bugged, then hold that shit. That's where I'm at. No one should want their character to be bugged, regardless of whether it's beneficial or detrimental. Like, no, you should want characters to function as they're supposed to, right? Yeah, I don't fucking know. Bardock, agree. Broly, just, yeah, that's fine. Base Q, man, what do people want on Base Q? I think he's another character that we'll see a lot more pick rate if the top 4 is nerfed. What do people want on Base Q? I don't. Fusion normals? Why? Why do you guys want characters to have the things that the characters that you have a problem with have? I don't get that. I don't understand that. Why? Do y'all want to play Season 4 Version 2? Is that what you want them to do? Be honest. Give him a 2M like the other Gokus? Give him a 2M? What's but I thought all the Gokus are supposed to have different 2Ms though. I think that's kind of the route that they went after they changed SSJ the first time, right? Well, how good do you want his 2M to be? Do you want it to be like pre-nerf SSJ 2M? I guess that would be okay. But this is a grappler though. This is a grappler though. -5 2M on him might be a little too much. It needs some testing. It would need some testing, I think. I'm not willing to concede Base Q yet. I need more data. I need more data. People are on the mindset of either everyone has everything or they get nothing. Guys, you should want characters to feel unique. Stop asking for the same buffs that, like, homogenization has been a problem with this game since its release, right? You should want characters to feel different and varied and unique. Why every time people ask for buffs, they're like, just give them what other characters have? That takes away from their identity. Do we not agree? They need to fix Base Q's 2 to 6S canceling for sure. I don't know if that is, I don't know if that's a fixed thing. I kind of feel like they wanted it to be that way, honestly. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was intended or not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one. Oh, one thing that Base Q does need though. Here's one thing that he actually needs. Give him a reversal. Give him a reversal. He doesn't have a frame 1. He doesn't. He needs a reversal. He needs something. He can't reverse a level 3. I think he definitely needs that. I think he definitely needs that. EX elbow not dumb. It's not that it's not dumb. It's that on principle, right? On principle, every character has one. On principle, every character has one. An elbow is frame 4. Yeah, but I'm saying like every character has one. I believe he's literally the only character in the game that does not have a frame 1 reversal. It's literally it. Like literally the only one. You don't have to make elbow frame 1. No. I'm not saying you have to make elbow frame 1. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they can make Kaioken. They can make like one of the Kaioken follow-ups frame 1 or something. I don't know. Make it a super. Make it a metered thing. Make it a metered thing. Don't make it elbow. No. He needs to be spending. He needs to be spending something more for that. He needs to spend something more for that. It already goes crazy as a whiff punish tool, actually. Kaioken as a whiff punish tool is already really good. But he needs a level 3. Like, they could just reuse assets for that shit, too. They did it to Ginyu, right? They did it to Ginyu. They just reused the assets, and they gave him a level 3. They should do the same thing for base 2. That's fine. Does anyone have an issue with that? I think that's totally fine. He's the only character that doesn't have it. He's the only one. That's kind of bullshit, right? I think that's kind of bullshit. I think it's kind of silly. Okay. GT. Yeah. GT's in the right place. S Broly. You want S Broly buffed? Really? What do you want for S Broly? I'm actually curious. What's the change you had in mind when you talked about S Broly? Here's a after you give your take, I actually have a follow-up for this too. One single safe normal. I mean, I disagree, but all right. I disagree, but at least that's more reasonable than what other people are asking for. Yeah, I think I would just buff his Ki Blast. That would be my change. But I also think if you universally make damage in the game worse, like if you lower the damage of the game, then I think S Broly's value goes up, right? And that might be a little bit of a hot take, but I think if you nerf the damage of the game as a whole, he's still gonna do mad damage because the way he's designed. So like he's enabled as a niche pick for the purpose of damage way more. Right now, you don't have to pick S Broly. You don't have to pick Tien because the damage in the game is so high, right? If you nerf the damage of the game overall, then you enable people saying like, okay, I really want to maximize on damage. I'm going to pick S Broly, right? You don't have to do that right now because like I could just pick Blue Gogeta, right? I'm not sacrificing anything there. I just pick it. Like, I don't have to pick S Broly, right? I have no reason to because I'm going to kill you on every hit anyway. So I think that would actually like affect quite a lot. If you lower the damage of the game, this shit will take too long. It already does. It's not the way that you think it is. Also, people complaining about how long the game takes has actually made the game worse in a lot of ways. But y'all don't want to hear that talk. Y'all don't want to hear that talk. Cooler. Okay. Roshi. Yeah. Baby. Sure. Trunks. Yeah, Trunks would need a decent amount of changes. He would need a good amount of changes. Pretty alright list. Pretty alright list. Not bad. There is some stuff. I'm seeing some chat influence in there, but pretty solid. Make his 5L unblockable. Who the fuck? True Awesome. Oh my god, bro. Okay. I need some mental preparation. Okay. I'm going through it right now. Okay. 5 tiers higher, huh? No, that's just not true. That's just not true. This is so overblown, guys. This is so overblown. In fact, I'm gonna take it a step further, right? The reason that lab coat is so strong, right? There's a lot of reasons she's really strong, but the main reason is because of Vegito. That's like, yeah. She is the answer to that shit, right? It's just that the answer is also brain dead. It'll be like that. Ginyu, yeah, Ginyu's definitely not this high. So, okay. Ignoring this silly ass tier separation. I still think like it's so funny because none of you would have put hit this high before, but it is what it is. I still don't think 17 is this high, even with his assist being that good. Nappa is not that high. Ginyu is not that high. Krillin and Tien are not that high. So like this cutout, like this is no, they're not in the same tier, bro. I'm sorry, they're not. They are not in the same tier. If you're from EU, you would no. Stop talking to me. You know what? No, I'm gonna really smoke you real quick, right? Because what you're saying is that I don't have eyes and that I don't understand the game at an extremely high level, which I do. Ask anyone, right? I watch Dragon Ball FighterZ a lot, way more than like most people, right? I know what this character can and cannot do. I know that the EU hits are great, but there's only 2 of them. It's 2 people. Right? And no one put hit there before finals. No one. Not a single person. No one did that. No one. No one did that. And that principle alone tells me that you didn't think that highly of the character in the first place. Right? You're just caving to hive mind. That's like, it's pretty silly in my eyes. I don't think Hit is in the same tier as these characters. I do not agree. I think Hit is the cutoff here. Like he's the first character in the next tier, probably. Anyway. Okay. Wait, what? Wait, is this ordered? People's tier lists are so bad. Bro, this guy wants to be edgy so badly, bro. He wants to be edgy. He like wants to be the main character so badly. People's tier lists are so bad. You're actually right because yours is dog shit. So he's not wrong on that actually. But this is insane. This is insanity. Okay, S tier. Majin, Base Vegeta, 16. Okay, Teen Gohan. He needs another tier. He needs another tier because there's no way. There's just no way. Like. This just doesn't make any sense. He needs another tier, like, cause this tier is also like far too disparaging. Cause I would not put like the characters over here in the same tier as Base Vegeta. Like for God's sake, bro, what are we talking about? Base Vegeta is like pushing this tier. He's pushing this tier in my eyes. Like he's like, yeah, that character is ridiculous. That shit is crazy. I was like, that shit is nuts. Majin Buu's probably pretty high. Probably pretty high. Blue Vegeta is not that high. Stop it, bro. Just stop. Just stop. Videl can stay, but Baby cannot. I think Baby should be lower. Yeah, you guys got to understand that this is a guy that's obsessed with the idea that he is the hero for picking worst characters. Like he always likes to say that his characters are all bottom 3 type shit. So like, yeah, I already was bracing myself for some shit whenever I open this tier list. This is some pretty funny shit. Base Q this low is cap for sure. I think base Q is definitely higher. You could probably make arguments for UI being higher. Piccolo should also be higher. Frieza and Goku Black and say Jiren should probably be higher too, to be honest. It's funny because he has more tiers than everyone else, but because of how bad the tier list is, he would actually need more tiers to fix it. Isn't that insane? That's pretty crazy. There's a kid. It's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Yeah, there's no way you could tell me that base Q is to slow down. Like, you're crazy. You're insane. Worse than Goku Black? Surely not. Smoking PCP. GT's like here, probably. Roshi. Bardock? No, I don't agree with that, actually. I don't agree with Bardock being that low. And then, like, these three are usually towards the bottom in people's eyes. And no one wants to put Gotenks. But everyone's scared. Everyone's scared to put Gotenks. Where do you guys think Gotenks would be if he wasn't bugged? I'm gonna ask the chat. Where's Gotenks going? Where's Gotenks going if he's not bugged? Because he's ridiculously strong, I think. Without the bug. With Goki reverted? No. Because Goki's not a bug. I'm talking simply about Gotenks. They fix the bugs. They leave the rest of the character the same. You think he's here? Oh, I think you're insane. I think you're crazy. I think you guys are. I think you guys are nuts. I think you're crazy if you think Gotenks is as bad as these characters with bugs fixed. You're crazy. Gotenks has never been bad, ever. Ever. I mean that. He's never been bad, ever. We will see him and base Vegeta on point everywhere if they trash LC infusions. I actually disagree. I don't think you will, but he'll be picked more. I don't think you'll see him everywhere though. Yeah, this list kind of makes me want to throw up, to be honest, but you know, I know what I signed up for. Look at this. Nerf, tone down, which is also nerf. What is nerfing but toning down? What does this mean? All right, that's what's up. Tone down, assist only. Fine as is. No. Beerus is not getting away. You're not getting away with this, Beerus players. You're not getting away with this, all right? I swear on everything, you're not getting away with this shit. You're not. You're not getting away with this character. No, absolutely not. Hell no. Okay, imposter. Imposter. What'd you nerf about Beerus? DP. DP. Bro, this shit is ridiculous. Make it stop. Make it stop. No, his DP is not okay. How does Beerus DP work? It's a DP that can hit you full screen. That's how it works. That's it. Silly. And on top of that, the whole safe DHC shit. He has safe DHCs with a lot of characters because of it. That adds to his DP being nonsense. Definitely have to change that shit. What else? You started Zane saying a fair nerf would be increased meter penalty off of EX moves. That's not a beer specific thing. The game needs meter penalty like it used to be instead of the way it is now as a whole. That's a system change though. Beerus A is also a broken ass assist that definitely needs nerfed. Can you SD it if they whiff? Yes, if they whiff. That's the problem though, right? You just brought up the issue. If it whiffs, you know how hard it is to whiff Beerus DP? You know how difficult that shit is? If one Ki Blast makes contact with you, then he can press Sparking, he can press Super, right? He can do all that. And that's even if you get there in time. His DP doesn't have a lot of recovery to begin with. And so a lot of the time, he DPs, and you're like, damn, I'm going to try to punish, and then you get DP'd again. What about his loopable solo 50-50? Don't nerf mix in a game like this. Defense is already too strong. Don't nerf mix-ups. It's yeah. No. What else? Yeah. So, oh yeah, Beerus A is like literally bugged. Like not. But I really think it is a bug. But is it? But I don't know. That shit is too strong for sure. Didn't they give Beerus a guard point on DP anyway? Yeah, but it's only on the early part of it. So you can't like guess SD and him DP you and you hit him, right? That's what the guard point change was for. If they nerf that, please make his 2M active. Nah. Why? He's already top tier. I don't think he deserves a buff for us nerfing the nonsense things about him. Why not? His 2M is trash. That's okay. Some characters will have bad buttons, right? I think that's fine. Not everyone has to have great buttons. I'm doing these. No. I'm judging other people's. I'm not doing one myself. Fuck that. I mean, it has trade-offs, right? I'm not, bro. You making Beerus 2M active, right? What people are asking for is make it active, right? Right? That's just giving him a lariat. And that's the wrong direction. We're going the wrong way. I don't want a full screen button that's ultra active and can just pull up at any point. I don't want that shit. That's the wrong way. That is the wrong way. Stop giving characters full screen shit. Stop it. Stop it. That's why I disagree with this. Blue Kudner, I'm judging someone else's list. This is not mine. I'm simply judging his. Nerf the range to his 2M to the old version and then make it active. See, that's different. That would be different. If Beerus players were saying give him a normal 2M, then I would be fine with that. If you guys want him to have a 2M that is more in line with most characters' 2Ms, that's fine. But asking for your full screen as 2M to be active the whole way through, I think that's insane. I think that's crazy. That's crazy. That's taking out uniqueness. Yes, but that's still more reasonable. That's more reasonable than giving him a low lariat that hits full screen. That is a special move on a button. Why would you want that? Doesn't make sense. Uniqueness is never coming back to this game. I hope you realize that. Like the game has been homogenized to the point where it's never going to feel the way that you want it to feel in terms of I feel like, because like every time people ask for changes, they always ask for them to be given stuff that other characters have, or for characters to have the unique things about them taken away. So like it's never gonna get to where it's like a comfortable place, I think. Yeah, you don't want uniqueness. You just want your characters to bullshit in the same way that other characters do. But that's a different story. Anyway, fine as is. Frieza. Okay. Goku Black. Alright. Quality of life. If by quality of life you mean give me back my level 3, sure. Sure. Other quality of life, honestly, this character is still really good. I will stand by that. He's really good, bro. I can't even think of another change I would give her aside from giving level 3 back, honestly. She's so good. She's so good. I actually would be more okay if people said to nerf her than to buff her, because I don't think that M-Ball Super Dash should be a thing for any character. That's a system change though. Beam Whiff Super Dash is one of the dumbest changes they made in this game. Take that shit out. That shit is so scrubby. Stop it. Make people play neutral, man. I'm tired of this shit. I'm addicted. Why are people allergic to neutral? It's insane. Insane. Okay. You can't brain dead 18. Why do people want to nerf? Okay, so I think 18 is like pretty close to being okay. I will say though, I hate the fact that the way that she plays is very one-dimensional, right? That's from a character design standpoint. I hate that the fact of the matter is that this character just presses barrier over and over and over again, right? It's too centralizing for a game plan, so you can make the other parts of her game plan a little bit better. And then yeah, I think it's okay to have runaway barrier. I think that's fine. Having characters that can play runaway is fine. That is a different archetype. I think that's valuable, right? I think it's a little bit centralized though. A little bit centralized, especially when we talk about Kara barrier. Kara barrier is pretty nuts. But like the virtue of having a runaway character is fine. People are so afraid whenever people don't hold forward on them. It's hilarious. It's like, yeah, like some characters can run away. Like that's fine. We already don't have zoning in the game. Do you guys want them to take away? Like, come on, bro. Like, there's a guy. Come on, man. Anyway. Blue Vegeta, sure. Cooler. Well, he says quality of life, but like, isn't he actually just asking for buffs? Isn't like, is he not? Like, what's quality of life? Like, does he know what quality of life means? No, I don't think quality of life is like, you know, so that means you're okay with the strength of the character as is. To me, quality of life means the character should say the same exact strength. They should just make something that they already had easier to access or something, right? That's what quality of life is. Like when they made it so Cooler has his other level 3 on a different button instead of having to, you know, that's quality of life. He still had that tool before, which is harder, right? So like I would have to see like what he means by quality of life for these characters, because like I think in some cases he's just straight up asking for buffs, and that's not quality of life. Those are buffs. They should be in the buff tier if that's what he thinks. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Like GT, what quality of life did GT need, right? He doesn't need quality of life. He just needs an actual buff to his assist, right? Or his anti-reflect being changed or something, right? Those are like actually buffs. Those are not quality of life. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Bug fixes. You guys are pussy, man. You guys are pussy about Gotenks. Here's a buff SJ Vegeta, Yamcha, Trunks, Bardock, base Goku. I mean this is an imposter, honestly. You can give him some very, very slight things, but he does not need like, he definitely doesn't need buffed as much as these characters. And I also don't think SSJ Vegeta needs anything crazy, but yeah, I don't, base Q is not as bad as he thinks it is. Honestly, like he's just not, he's just not, but you know, it's true awesome. So, you know, I don't It is what it is. Who tagged? Wait, Zephyr, you said you tagged me with something? Quality of life is making a character easier to play. But yeah, but like buffing a character also technically makes them easier to play, right? So like, I think there's a specific difference between quality of life change and an actual buff. Where's the post at? I don't see it. Where is it? Is it on your chat history? I don't see it. Link it, bro. Link it, please. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yes. Major nerfs. Okay. Slight nerfs. All right. Sure. I didn't even see that yet. You spoiled for me, bro. Quality of life, adult Gohan display what level you're on. Wait, what? What? I have no idea what you're talking about, to tell you the truth. This isn't my list, though. Like, I don't know why y'all are trying to attack me. I'm just reading other people's shit. This is crazy. You're gonna have to take that up with them. You ain't gonna talk to me like that. Okay. Slight nerfs. Gogeta, Gohan, Blueku, Zam, Beerus. So I'm finally put Beerus in the right place. Nice, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, to display what level you're at. Okay, I thought he was talking trash. I thought he was like, wherever you put Gohan displays what level of player you are. I was like, bro. No, you're fine, bro. I was like, bro, why are you coming swinging like that? He's like, yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I still think he like slight nerfs is fine, but yeah, I mean, characters should just have those things for sure. But contrary to popular belief, people say that the same thing they want for Gohan with a level indicator, they also want for Ginyu. I disagree. I actually think it's a nerf to Ginyu if you show what rotation it is. So I think he should not have that. But yeah. Okay, this tier's fine. Slight nerfs. Okay, there's probably more characters that can go in this tier though. We'll talk about that. They're fine. Give more characters OTGs. Excuse me? Huh? Huh? No. You're not getting away with this. You're not getting away with this, brother. No, don't give more characters OTGs. Are you crazy? Why? But why? Like, why? Like, stop, bro. The OTGs that are in the game, that's unique to those characters. That's a good thing that it feels unique. Why would you want more characters to have that? Right? Buff them in other ways. Why do you need to give them OTGs? This isn't Marvel. This isn't DNF. I just disagree. I just disagree with OTGs. Especially, you know, a take I've heard, and I'm not saying you said this, Zephyr, but I've seen a take. Someone said that everyone should have OTGs like Lab Coat. I was like, are you fucking crazy? Are you insane? Are you insane? Like, people are asking for cooler. They're asking for cooler, and they're asking for 16 to have OTGs like Lab Coat. You're crazy. You're insane. You're you're crazy, bro. You're the It'd be like that. It'd be like that. All right. I'm just saying. That shit is insane that I'm seeing that take. I'm not saying it's you, but yeah. They're fine. Okay, so this is like their fine tier. Okay. Hit. Yeah, I mean, like, you gotta nerf the system. Nerf the system and then hit is fine. 18 is like pretty close to being fine. I'm okay with her being in this tier. Okay. Gingyu's fine. Majin Buu is like close to okay. Probably needs a little help, I would say. Goku Black, I don't think is fine. Like, if your goal, like, he probably is not good enough. Probably. I don't know about Blue Vegeta. I think he probably also is not good enough. You don't want to see that fat motherfucker buffed? Okay, so you're biased, bro. You're biased, bro. Damn it, man. Y'all are out of control, man. Now listen, fuck Goku Black, right? I'm okay with Goku Black being irredeemable garbage, like literally bottom of the barrel. I'm okay with that, right? Fuck that character. But you know, it is what it is. Zane, did you see the face I posted of you, bro? You gotta make that an emote. Also, shout out to my new emote. Can I get some GGs in the chat? This emote is fucking godlike. This shit right here. Press 1 if Zane should make this an emote. Okay, back to this. Jiren is fine. Videl needs nerfs. Nerf. Singular. One singular nerf. One singular nerf, not multiple, just one. Just one. Just one nerf. That's all. Then she's fine. Janemba's also fine. I think S Broly is fine where he is, actually. Baby being here is okay. GT fine. Cooler, Frieza, SSJ, okay. Yamcha, Kid Buu, I think is actually fine, especially once you nerf the top 4. Bardock needs some help. Broly, just give Ki Blast back. The only buff you can justify on Majin is level 3 Oki. Anyone else that asks for any other buff on that character, they're out of their minds. No other change is valid except for level 3 coming back. That's it. She does not need any help aside from that. Not even a little bit. Like, that shit is cap. Base Vegeta? Nah, I disagree. I think he's in this fine. I think he's fine. I think he's fine. I think Base Vegeta is exactly where he should be. Base Ku, arguable. Make Jiren command grab 24 frames? Nah. Y'all be fine. Listen. Guys. Here's a question, chat. Do you guys believe in a truly balanced fighting game? I'm gonna pick chat's brain in the middle of this list observation. Do you guys believe in a truly balanced fighting game? So my thing, right, is that in my eyes, right, from a fighting game perspective, it is okay for characters to be worse than others, right? In fact, like, a lot of the reason that characters in the game as they are right now, right, the reason that they exist the way that they are is because there has been a lack of trade-off, right? There's been a severe lack of trade-off with some of the stronger characters. You don't sacrifice anything to play the characters because they don't really have weaknesses, or their weaknesses are very easily covered, right? Jiren is a character that he functions the way that he's supposed to, He just has clear weaknesses, right? And I think that's fine. I don't think he's like horrible. I think he's solid. I think he's a solid character, and I think that's okay. Right? That's like, yeah, right? Put armor on his shit? No. How about you be correct when you go for command grab against someone? How about that? How about that? How about you pick him with 17 to enable him? Then what? This is not my list though, so yeah. Yeah. So like Jiren I think is fine. I can't even like think of like I can't even think of like what I would change about him. To be honest. There's not really many things that would be like, yeah, he really needs that changed. I mean, like, there's really good parts of the character already, I think. Yeah, he's just niche. I think that's fine. But yeah, make command grab OTG. If you say OTG one more time, I'm banning you, bro. I'm tired of you. The fuck up, man. Okay. Base Goku. Base Goku. Yeah, we already had this talk. Roshi needs to get. Yeah, Roshi needs to like be able to float and stuff, I think. But like 22H gotta go. 22H has got to go. And I'm so serious when I say that. UI, okay. Kefla does not need buffs. I think she's fine. Yeah. Please, bro. Roshi needs better air recovery in his old B assist. The problem with his old B assist is that the problem with giving him old B assist is it goes the wrong way, right? The reason that a lot of people hate assists in the game the way they are now is because they do everything. Especially when we're talking about defensive assists. Roshi would just be another one. He would just be another assist that does everything. That is offense, defense, neutral, block stun, hit stun. It's all that, right? I think that goes the wrong way. So like, yeah. You gotta buff him on point. You just buff him on point, and then people can actually justify putting him on the team aside from just picking him for his assist. Because that's what happened when pre-nerf Roshi was a thing, right? People were just picking him for the assist. They weren't picking him for him on point. They weren't doing that shit. They were picking him because the assist was broken, right? Justify, make changes that justify picking him as a character on point. So like, yeah. Yeah. You would find with changes C assist. Well, oh yeah, I mean C assists are dog shit. And by dog shit I mean like the concept of C assists are really, really lazy, and I hate them, honestly. Just give characters an actual third assist. And then like that like opens up a lot of things for a lot of characters, but that's not the way that they went. They went with this nonsense system for C assists. It'd be like that. I can't change that though. Buff for 6H? Hell no. The fuck? Hold that. Nah, Kefla's fine. Kefla's not only fine, but she's also picked at top level already. Fellas don't like 17 as a character, they just like his assist. No, but even 17 has more to offer on point. Even 17 has more of a reason to pick him on point than Roshi. 17 has great meter gain. He has access to anti-airs. He locks out guard cancel from the game. Like, I don't think it's anywhere close to Roshi in terms of point functionality. He has movement. Like, yeah, I don't think it's anywhere close, to be honest. I don't know. You can't think of any team fighter without assist slaves? Of course not. Of course not. I mean, there's not that many team games to begin with, but yeah, it'll always exist. But you can make the problem less bad though, for sure. Maybe with a 9 frame 2L. I don't think he needs a fast slow, honestly. I don't think that's like a needed thing for him. I think Baby will be in a good spot once the top 4 is nerfed. Like, pretty good spot. I don't think he's too far off. He's too far off. pretty solid list, man. Pretty solid list. Not bad, not bad. Oh, this is funny as shit. What changes would I make to him? To who? Baby? Like I said, I don't even think you need to change Baby that much. Right? You don't need to change Baby that much. You just... If you nerf the top 4, then he's already a lot more pickable. A lot more pickable. What the fuck is this? Huh? You think all of this is the same tier? I mean, like... Wait, what? I'm so confused. You think these are all the same tier? Oh, certainly not, brother. Certainly not. Certainly not. I don't. It doesn't even have a name, bro. You didn't even put a name. You didn't put a name for... Oh shit. You're ordering characters? So this is hard ordered? Uh-oh. Sheesh. Okay. Things that stick out to me. 18 is definitely too low. Kid Buu is too high. I keep looking. It's all one tier, so I have to like... My eyes, bro. Help. Kefla's higher, for sure. Stella's higher. Ginyu is higher. Frieza is like... If I were to put Frieza on this list, he's like... Oh, Tien's too low, I think. Yeah, Tien's too low. 16's also too low. Frieza is like... I think he's better than like it's somewhere in this range, like down here. I think he's like somewhere in here. Kefla worse than SSJku? No, definitely not. That's what I mean. Like Kefla's like much higher, probably. Like somewhere up here. Probably. Ginyu's broken, but like, yeah. That is why like most people put Ginyu in another tier, but Ginyu is very strong though, for sure. He's really, really strong. Teen Gohan being high up is like fine. Actually, I actually don't mind the Teen Gohan placement. At least it's arguable, right? This is a reasonable spot to have him. Krillin's a little low, but I don't think Krillin is like some people have Krillin like up here with these guys. I don't think that's the case. I think Krillin is probably like in here somewhere. Maybe a few slots higher. Nothing too crazy. He's good. It's a very strong character, but I don't think he's like top tier or anything like that. Did you check his frame data? This is not my list, first of all. And second, I don't know why people just assume that like I don't know about characters in the game. Me, who has done nothing but run tournaments and coach people in this game for 5 years. Y'all are treating me like I don't know what I'm talking about. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's really insane. It was a lab coach should have her own tier. It's fine putting her like this. This is fine. This is fine. Yeah. I mean, like, honestly, like, I don't want to go too hard on this because, like, I don't think anyone that does their tier list in this way will have an accurate one. No one that does their tier list in this way, where you have this giant tier and then you're just trying to do specific orderings, it's never gonna look correct ever. I don't think. There's just too many. There's too many. Too much potential for oversight if you don't split by tiers. You think Nappa's top 10? Hell no. What the fuck? Who said that? Excuse me? He's a... That's what? You've actually started picking up Roshi because its tagging is faster than everyone else's. Yeah. I mean, there's value. There's some value in Roshi, but not like, not that much. Honestly, not that much. But yeah, it's there's some weird shit here. There's some weird shit here for sure. There's some weird shit for sure. I mean, honestly, like one day I will actually do a video teaching people about Frieza, because there's a lot of things that people don't understand about this character. So I'll probably do a video on it, but he's definitely not this low. Like, surely not. Does he need some help? Sure, but I don't think he's this low at all. Certainly not worse than Roshi. Definitely not. Your opinion of the game is this game can be split into 3 tiers, top 4, the rest of the game, and then the bottom of the game. Yeah, I would just disagree. This game is not this balanced. What's Roshi's problem? He can't float. his his movement is very like pigeonholed, because like he doesn't have aerial control is a big deal. I think like, I mean, well, 228 shouldn't exist. That's definitely he's old as fuck. It would be nice for him to have like an air super. It would be like another cool thing. There's like things you could change about Roshi and be fine. But honestly, like, he feels unique enough already, but like not being able to float sucks. That's the worst type of unique. It's not good. It's not good. Why can't he float? Doesn't make sense. It's like, I don't really understand why they would do that. Buff Kefla? No, absolutely not. I don't think the game is as balanced as you think it is. That's like my assessment of this tier list. This to me tells me that you think the game is very, very balanced. I don't think it's actually like that. That's my sentiment. Uh-oh. Okay. Is there any way to make it active a little faster without making it ascendant move from full screen? Because the issue for you is staggering with it and anti-reflect options get smoked by hold up back. It's just so corny. I'm not sure. I'd have to think about that. But I'm glad that you're actually willing to think about your stance on that. Because like I think the fact that you're thinking about it, like, that proves that like you understand what I'm trying to say when I'm saying like it could just turn it into a lariat. Like there's probably is a way to code it in the way that you're talking about, but are they likely to add that much nuance to characters? Most of the time they don't, but is it possible? Absolutely. It would just take a little bit of work. Okay. INZEM. Okay. Tone down a little. Okay, well, some people will argue with him about tone down a little. Some would say that this is a lot. How is this like, okay, here's my thing, right? Tone down a little and small nerfs. What's the difference? What's the difference? I don't see a difference between tone down a little and small nerfs. To me, those are the same thing. So yeah, I don't really get that, but okay. Everyone knows that lab coat needs nerfs, so like we're not gonna sit here and argue about that. Kill the assist. I disagree on hit. I disagree on hit. The other two can stay. That's fine. You don't have to kill the assist too. Like, don't kill the assist. Stop asking for things to be killed, right? So like INZEM, what INZEM will tell you, and like I don't know when he made this, but I'm sure like those of you who tuned into his stream, he probably talked to you about how like characters have intentionality and design and the way their game plans are supposed to work, and so you shouldn't kill a character's game plan, right? Killing the assist in my eyes, like killing it means that you will never pick the assist again, right? That's what kill the assist means to me, and I don't think that should be the case for any of these characters, even though their assist is centralizing, sure. But kill it and make it unusable? No, definitely not. Right? Nerf and kill are two different things. So I disagree. I disagree with the name of this tier. Like, this just reads like I'm really tired of getting hit by hit A. Like that's like what that says to me. Like, and no one's even playing hit either. Like, okay, small nerfs. Gogeta red. Okay. Beerus, Gohan, Blue Gogeta, Blue Goku, Janemba. Bro, I keep seeing Janemba here. I don't think Janemba needs nerfs, man. I really don't. he did talk design and whatnot. My reads are so fantastic. They're so fantastic. Yeah. But yeah, Janemba's fine, I think. Janemba's balancing is fine. Zam being there is okay. Leave him. Majin Buu. Okay. 16, 18. I think like there's two camps, right? There's two camps when you talk about 18. Either, and you guys can feel free to tell me what camp you're on, right? Either you think that characters having strong level 3 Oki is bad, right? It's bad, in which case 18 would need it taken away from her as well. Or you think it's good, in which case characters that had their level 3 taken away should have it back. I don't know which camp he's on. Actually, no, I do know what camp he's on. He likes level 3 Oki. So like this makes sense. This makes sense. I do think like once again, like the whole design philosophy behind like always pressing barrier, it's a little doesn't sit exactly right with me. But I do agree that like she's pretty close to just being fine. Like if she needs change, it's very small. Very, very small. It just be like that. She needs to be kept in this scrambly mess, but she is a scrambler. That's the thing though. Like I think people don't really understand that a lot of the time the best way to answer scrambles in this game is just to scramble better, right? That's what they've been doing to the game. They've been saying the way that you beat scrambles is to just scramble but better. That's what she does. She scrambles but better. That's what she does. Every time you scramble with 18, you have to always keep barrier in mind. She just scrambles better. That's what it is. So like, yeah. In fact, like 18 players are some of the most psychopathic players I've ever run into in my Dragon Ball FighterZ career. And that's saying something, considering I've analyzed like more than 2,000 sets of this game. Like a lot. I've watched and analyzed this game a lot. 18 players are crazy. All right, you guys are nuts. I love you guys, but you guys are crazy though. It's because it's enabling, right? The barrier is a very enabling thing, right? Barrier enables scrambles more than people want it to be like, oh, you put up barrier, it is solely defensive, right? But because of the way defense is in the game, really good offense can be exhibited through just like strong defense, right? Setting up a situation where you press barrier on top of your opponent, while it's supposed to be a defensive tool, it's also broken for offense, right? You guys have seen how broken Gogeta gets with 17 behind him, right? It's supposed to be a defensive tool, but it just enables offense in a crazy ass way, right? Just be like that. Small nerfs to Gogeta. Yeah, I mean, this is like fine placement. This is fine placement for him. If you think, if he's viewing the changes that red Gogeta need as small, then the changes that blue Gogeta also need are probably pretty small. 2H being like the main thing is on the chopping block, I would say. But most of Gogeta's like Gogeta would be affected by the nerfing of the Ace for sure. And also if like, this is why I want them to nerf damage in the game, right? Altogether. I want them to nerf damage in Dragon Ball FighterZ as a whole, because then you enable Gogeta being picked as a damage pick as well, on top of that, right? There are some people that will be like, I just want to do a lot of damage on my point character, and so I'm going to pick Gogeta, right? You don't really have to do that, right? You don't really have to do that right now, because everyone's damage in the game is fucking crazy. How would you go about nerfing damage? There's a lot of ways to go about it, right? Like, just remove... First of all, attacking EX moves is a big deal already, right? A lot of the reason damage is so high is because EX starters do way too much damage, is the first thing. Affecting special tag is something you could go through. Assist scaling is another thing that you could bring into play. I actually think there's a decent amount of avenues, but like, damage in the game's too high. It's too high. Far too high. And not just his. I mean, across the board, damage is too high. But it just be like that. Damage is too high for not enough work. A lot of the highest damage in the game is pretty easy access, right? If you think about the combos in the game that do the most damage, most of them are not that hard, right? Make it so like, if you want to squeeze out like max damage, you have to do a pretty hard combo. Wouldn't brackets run be way longer with a damage nerf, or would it be negligible? I don't think, first of all, hold on. I'm glad you brought that up. I actually don't think you guys care about that as much as it's brought up. Can we talk about that? So like, that's something that I've heard brought up a lot. You know, the games will take longer. I don't think you guys actually care about that as much as you think you do. Honestly, I don't think you do. And like, it would be pretty negligible. The way that I'm asking for damage nerfs is affecting breakpoints, right? There shouldn't be easy to access starters that do 80%. That just doesn't make sense, right? That just doesn't make sense, right? You can still make it a 2-touch game, but have damage be lower, right? There's a difference between someone EXing you for 80% and someone EXing you for 50% or 60%. That's a big deal, right? You think nerfing damage and keeping the damage nerf command grab is okay though? What do you mean? You talking about lab coat? You heard it when lab coat was getting banned? So like lab coat was twofold, I think. I actually would have loved to see actual data on did top 8s actually take longer when lab coat was pre-nerf. And the reason that I say that is because she also was a nuke on top of that, right? Like a lot of the time pre-nerf lab coat would just kill you. She didn't even need to debuff you. You just died. You just died. Like if you got spun by pre-nerf lab coat, you actually just died. You actually just, yeah, there was no more playing. You just die. So like, I don't know. I think that's overblown. I think it's overblown. My intuition is that it's overblown. There might be some slight differences in how long things take, but like, I don't think it's enough to justify like, oh my God, the game would take so much longer. It's like, bro, like people don't actually care about that. People don't actually care about that. This game is going to take long no matter what. Were y'all watching Evo? Did y'all watch Evo top 8? That was with nerfed lab coat. It still took mad long. Do you think they're talking to players at all? No. Not nearly as much as they should. Only 2-touch, but only if touches are optimal. Yes, exactly. So like in my eyes, right? That adds to like the creativity and execution of the game, right? If to 2-touch, you have to choose the right route and you have to execute on top of it. That is way healthier than, oh my God, I pressed an EX that goes through everything and now you die next hit no matter what. It doesn't matter what the hit is, right? It doesn't matter if I fucking start my combo with a vanish, you still die, right? I think that makes a huge difference in how the game feels to play. And that in and of itself is attacking risk reward, right? On top of that, which I think is the biggest issue with the game right now, is risk reward. So yeah, there's a lot to unpack there, but absolutely you don't really have to be all that optimized anymore in the game. You really like don't have to be, right? Because damage is so high, right? Optimization in a lot of cases is the difference between doing 75% and 70%. Well, they're gonna die on the next hit anyway, so like, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Where were we? Leave him. Okay, we talked about 18. Krillin is fine. Ginyu is fine. Roshi, do not leave him. Nerf 22H. Give him a float. Tien's fine. Blue Vegeta, if he's bugged, fix him. If not, then whatever, I guess. They only did the buff only meant to, I hope you guys realize. All right, hold on. Let me really level with you guys, right? I really hope that you guys out there that are watching, right? And you guys want this game to be good, because that's the end goal, right? We all want the game to be good. I hope that you guys never in your fucking life ever ask for another patch where they only buff things. If I see you guys talking about there should only be buffs again, I think you just don't understand what that patch did to the game, right? Right? Like, and I'm being so serious when I say that, right? The patch where they only buff things, it was 3.5. That's where the game went south, right? It is. It just is. Like, that's where the game started getting out of control, was 3.5, because they just buffed everything instead of attacking the things that needed to be changed, right? That's the problem. So they should never do that shit again. Was that the UI patch? No, it's season 3.5. UI was nerfed before 3.5. The patch where they only buffed was the one where they made characters button 0 on block and shit like that. It's very unhealthy. It's very unhealthy. The reason is because it's roundabout, right? You're attacking the wrong thing. If there's an issue of something in the game, you need to address it directly. If you do it indirectly, then you don't understand the full scope and the implications of those changes. And so all you're doing is creating a dynamic where you're past the point of no return. And you can't justify, like, they buffed a bunch of characters that patch, right? Remember that? They buffed a lot of characters and they gave them long ass buttons and EX moves and all that. Guess what happened? People are still just picking the top 4. They're still just doing that. Why? Because you passed the point of no return. It doesn't feel good to be hit by these moves. It doesn't matter that it's balanced, right? If everyone in the game had lab coat spins, right, it would be balanced because everyone has it, right? But would it feel good to play if everyone had lab coat spin? Hell no. It would feel terrible. It will feel terrible. And that's what I mean by asking for characters to just get buffs to give them what other characters have. That presents a problem. That presents a really big problem in design philosophy. And so, like, yeah, they have to nerf things that are an issue, or else the game is it's just not gonna get better. It's just it just won't get better. It's just how it goes. But yeah. So that little mini rant there. But slight buffs. Base Goku, okay. Base Goku 21, Bardock. Okay, this is fine. UI, Broly, Jiren. I guess it depends on how slight he means, but I don't think he really needs much. Cooler's fine. Goku Black's fine. Kid Buu will be naturally buffed by the fact that the top 4 aren't as oppressive. If they do that, you know what's scary is the fact that, like, they could change the game and the top 4 could still be broken as shit. That could still be the case. Isn't that crazy? We already went through it once. But Kid Buu is really just hard to play. I don't think his toolkit is lacking. Honestly, I think his toolkit is quite good. It's just that it's hard to play in this meta, but I think his tools are really good, so I don't really think he needs that much. Cell, I think, is fine. Frieza slight buffs is fine. GT slight buffs is fine. Nerf 22H on Videl, please. Stop making moves like that, please. 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 Stop giving characters moves like that. S Broly is fine. I don't think he really needs much aside from 5S change. If that's the reason that he put him in slight buffs, then sure. Slight buff, base Vegeta slight buffs. Fuck no, you're crazy. This is bias. Absolutely, he loves base Vegeta. No, do not. No. He doesn't need that. No, absolutely not. Especially if you nerf the top 4, right? If you nerf the top 4, base Vegeta is going to be picked a lot more. Like a lot more, because he's insane. This character is amazing. Even now, even with the fusions of lab coats in the game, this character is incredible. Honestly, he's a very good character. Nah, he doesn't need anything. Like, yeah, no, you're crazy. And the crazy part is that, you know what the change is that INZEM asks on this character? He asks for his lariat to be faster. That's what he asks for. I'm like, you're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way, bro. Don't buff rocket kick. What's wrong with you? With the bro. What? I'm like, you're going the wrong way, man. You're going the wrong way. Like, listen, guys. I have a lot of issues with the way people structure discourse around this game, right? Because a lot of people speak, they speak coming from a place of, like, they don't want what's best for the game, right? And now I'm not saying this is INZEM. I actually do think he wants the game to be better. Just, like, I've talked to him and I understand, like, his takes on the game. But there's a lot of people that just speak on the game because they just want their characters to be better. They don't want the game as a whole to be better. And they don't ask for changes to be made in the avenues that they need to be changed in. And so, like, yeah, like, base Vegeta, like, I don't think making Rocket Kick better is needed at all. I think this character is unbelievably strong. as it is. He's only really, the only reason he's not really picked is because he's a key blaster in a game that it's not friendly to key blast right now. But that's not his fault. That's a system problem, right? That's like, what are you supposed to do about that, right? So yeah, I disagree with that. Slight buffs, SSJ Goku, sure. Teen Gohan doesn't need much. I really don't even know what I would give Teen Gohan. Honestly, I think Teen Gohan is in like a pretty good place. I don't even know what I would give him. I think he's balanced pretty well, honestly. There's clear trade-offs with that character, so I don't see him needing anything too crazy. Kefla. No, I don't think you really need to change Kefla, to be honest. Kefla is also picked, by the way. Like she's represented even, so I don't. It's slight buffs. Nappa? No, I disagree. I think Nappa's in a fine place. Honestly, like if anything, like Nappa EX Cyberman is like demonstrating an issue with the game's balance philosophy around EX moves. Like honestly, but yeah. They give that to Broly and then give him the stupid nerfs. Give what to Broly? What are you talking about? I think Nappa has good trade-offs right now, and that's like what you want for your characters, guys. Like when you're talking about a competitive game, there should be a system of checks and balances where every time that you pick a character, you sacrifice something. They're gonna be good at some things, but not everything, right? The problem with the game right now is that the best characters don't have any trade-offs. They're the best at everything, unequivocally, right? They're just the best at everything. There's no sacrifice when you pick those characters. Nappa, I think, has very clear trade-offs, right? His neutral suffers, his set play is amazing, his damage is good, right? But his neutral is bad. His neutral is not that good. Until he plants, right? Until he plants. Which, you know, is a completely different conversation. But you're talking about when they give Broly the 2L 0 on block stuff with the dumb nerfs. Yeah, I mean, I would rather Broly's 2L be -2 and them give him back his 5S and 2M than have a 0 on block 2L and then they nerf the other parts, which were pretty pivotal to his game plan. Like, Broly's nerfs were really nonsensical, guys. Like, I hope you guys understand, like, Broly's nerfs were actually nonsense. Because they were literally saying, we don't want you to play good neutral. We're going to nerf 5S. We don't want you to play good neutral. We don't want you to have Oki because they took away the Oki setup with the nerf of 2M, right? Those two places, right? Those two things are like so important for me, right? Neutral is amazing. Like neutral is the most important part of the game for me, right? The most important part of the game. And then they take away Oki. It's like, why? In a game that has all this defense. Why would you take away his consistent Oki setup? Doesn't even make sense. He couldn't even do it everywhere. He couldn't even do it mid-screen, to my knowledge. It was just in the corner, was it not? He couldn't do whiff 2M mid-screen, I don't think. Because he teleports straight down. Yeah, so like, yeah. What kind of shit is that? It doesn't make any sense. People are allergic to holding some mix, man. You should want there to be mix in the game. Piccolo, once again, I think Piccolo will be picked once the top 4 is nerfed. Honestly, this character is nonsense, always has been. Baby will also probably be picked. You could probably give him some slight things, but honestly, Baby, like, I really don't know what I would change about him. I really don't, because his damage and meter gain is amazing. His neutral is already annoying for people to deal with if you don't know how to fight it. He has the assist summon stuff. I would actually kind of be cool with them leaning into that a little bit more. Leaning more into the assist summon thing. I think that's a really cool part of his character and unique to him. I think like his level 3 whiffs sometimes as like a dead zone. 8 frame 2L. No. Don't give him a fast low. No, I actually like, no, don't give him that. He has mix already. He doesn't, I don't think he needs like straight up high lows to be good. He's not supposed to be like a super crazy mix heavy character. He's supposed to be a neutral bully and he's supposed to lock you out of the game, right? That's what it's supposed to feel like. puts up the Ki Blast wall. You have to take a risk to get in, right? He also has 6H. He has the 6H stuff on tag, so people can get mix-ups off of if they just happen to block this move in neutral, right? He enables mix for other characters. He has good defensive tools. He has 2 anti-airs, right? He builds good meter. He does good damage. I just don't think he also needs to have like explicit high-low mix to like. I just don't think he's that type of character in my eyes. Like he doesn't need to be that way. Just make him like a little bit better at the stuff that makes him unique, and then I think it's fine. Yeah. Are you afraid of a buff baby too, but can he open you up truly? Yes, he has level 3 mix, bro. He literally has 2S tick throw set up. Like, what are we talking about? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. He also has a command grab that leaves him airborne, so you get left-righted. He also, like I said, if you ever block 6H, you get mixed. You get mixed from the incoming character on tag. Yeah, like, I think he can hit you for sure. Like, yeah, I think he can definitely hit you. Okay, Trunks. Trunks changes is just like, I don't think it's slight actually. I think Trunks needs more than slight because it's like probably 3 changes. Probably 3 changes on Trunks that he needs. Hit confirmable 5S and change the future would be big. Level 3, being able to choose side. More access to sliding knockdown. Those are like the 3 changes I think Trunks like kind of needs. You could give him some other stuff too, but like those are the ones that I think he really needs adjusted. So to me, that's more than slight, but I really just depends on like where you draw the line. These 2 being slight is like fine. Yeah, those 2 are fine. That being said, the buff on Yamcha would be pretty significant because like his level 3 is so bad, bro. If that shit's plus 11, how do they justify a low damage level 3 like that being plus 11? That shit is silly. Make that shit plus 40. Make that shit plus 40. And lessen the recovery a little bit on Wolf. Like make his left-right ability a little bit stronger, and then I think it's fine. What's Gotenks' problem? He's bugged. His auto combo has a bug, and his assist has a bug. So yeah.